Jonah, I distinctly remember meeting with you on Google Meet in March of 2020 and watching your cat walk across your desk at home as you were trying to navigate the various piles of papers and your Chromebook. I thought to myself, how is this going to work? Well, not only did you make learning happen, you became more and more determined to be a self-sufficient student. You logged on to our sessions already with a plan in mind. You would tell me what you did not want to work on because you felt confident in your abilities, and instead you proposed the assignments that you felt you could use support in. Since then, you have continued to own your studies, and now I often hear you proposing to your study group what you should all work on because you would rather do a challenging assignment with your peers. You advocate for your educational needs and you value grit and tenacity. Jonah, knowing your strengths and not yet strengths, as well as being comfortable asking for help, because we all need it at times, are invaluable skills that will serve you well in high school and beyond. I, along with your teachers, wish you only continued success. Please come up and play your deck.
Hello. I know that 11 2 to 5 minute graduation speeches are a lot and can be a bit tiring or boring at times. So I'm gonna make you guys a part of this speech. This is so that you can be more on the edge of your seat and awake, if that makes sense. As such, a quick joke. What do you call a fish with a bow tie?
What?
Well, I don't know, but he sure is sophisticated. I believe that going into high school is like a second bar mitzvah, but without the Torah. It is what all my 9 years of preparation, intense, grueling work, and tests have all led up to at Gesher. In other words, I am an OG Gesher student. If you think like me, graduating from middle school is like defeating your first boss battle in a video game. Preschool is the title screen of the game. Kindergarten through 2nd grade is a tutorial that teaches you all the buttons. 3rd through 5th grade is all the building resources and defenses to help you beat the boss. And then middle school, 6th through 8th, is the big boss fight. Granted, there will be more like high school itself, college, and so on. But one thing I have learned in all my years at Gesher is that if you don't stress too hard, you'll finish middle school with your head held high. I just read a paragraph, and some of you are probably still sleepy. So without further ado, here's another joke. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They are both terrorist sites. I truly had some of the best times of my life here at Gesher. However, that may not be saying much because I have been here for 9 years, but I am sure that this school would be the best one. Would be the best one I have been to, even if I had gone to other schools. I love all the activities that Gesher has and creates, and all the people that plan them are amazing. One of the activities I like most of all is the Israel trip. I think you probably saw this coming up in the speech. But the real question is why? Why do I love this trip? Well, hold on, because I'll tell you why. I got to see my family living in Israel that I had never met before, or maybe I have met them, but just at a very young age. Also, they were very nice and amazing to be around. I also liked that in the old city of Jerusalem, every building was made with limestone, which made me love the architecture there. I managed to also make a couple new friends there, and my absolute favorite part in Israel was the Dead Sea. A lot of people in the class hated it because of her, but I thought it was the best thing there because I had never floated like that before. And I've been to a lot of beaches. Also, I used to like falafel here in America, but once you eat it in Israel, you can never go back. Right. Who's ready for another joke? Okay. Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks while they go golfing?
Why?
In in case they get a hole-in-one. I want to thank all my teachers for helping me get through all these years. I want to thank Miss Wolin for giving me an amazing art experience and how I have made my parents want me to get a job as soon as I can so that I can buy my own art supplies. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Morelli for helping me better understand math that has too many numbers and variables and whatever ax plus by equals c means. I would like to thank Mrs. Golden for making the class read 20 minutes every day and making me read more books than I would have ever imagined I could. She also helped me write a lot of the speech, so thank you for that. I would like to thank Miss Kerbel for an amazing Jewish education. Finally, I would like to thank Miss Noskar for pounding every last piece of Jewish history into me as possible, so that now I can prove other people wrong if they say something not true about the subject. Calmly, of course. Once again, I would like to thank every teacher I have ever had. I wouldn't be here without any of you. Some non-teacher thank yous are going towards my friends here at Gesher because they have treated me with kindness, usually. I would especially like to thank my grandparents because I would not even have been able, I wouldn't be able to even be here if it wasn't for them. Also, thank you to my parents for raising me right and my brother somehow. And now a farewell joke. Why didn't the skeleton climb up the mountain? Why? It didn't have the guts. Thank you for listening to me, and remember to party on, dudes.